Yeah. You can just post the announcement. Just wait for people to get in here. All right.
Okay.
The only thing that this is interfering with is the start of the Georgia and Bama game.
Who?
This is the only thing that this is going to be interfering with. This is the start of the Georgia Bama game.
Georgia, Bama.
SEC championship.
Yeah, I'm not. I like don't watch college football because my wife would kill me if I watched college and pro.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
I feel like that's kind of fair.
Honestly, like we have a kid, and
Yeah.
I'm gone like all Sunday, Thursday night, Monday night. Like it's just football period for months. And if it was like Saturday and Sunday, like my wife would kill me.
Fair, I guess.
Trust
Did
me.
you post you posted my link already? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. Yeah, you did.
Okay. All right.
I gotta cough. Oh shit.
How big's the dick in your mouth?
Not big enough, clearly.
Yeah, seriously.
Just ask his buddy, Jesus Christ.
Choke on
Alright.
it.
Bro down.
Oh. All right. Whenever you guys are ready, I'm good to start.
Yeah, I'm waiting a little bit to see who else joins the stream. So far, no one at the moment has yet.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry. I don't have push to talk on this fucking thing, dude.
What?
I'm still used to having push to talk. Like I can push it when I want to talk and push it when I don't want to.
Oh, there's a mute button though.
Well, yeah, but it's on my fucking mic. I gotta like fucking reach the cord, find somewhere on the cord where there's a mic switch, and then flip that. That's a lot of work.
Sounds rough, bro.
Your mom sounds rough. Ooh.
I mean, she's old.
Ooh. Yeah, I guess
That's
you could.
rough.
I guess you could call that rough.
Yeah. Yep. She's pretty old. All right, we good to go? Come on, CJ.
What the fuck are you doing, dude? Just took a shit, got back. Now we're just fucking
Yeah.
doing nothing.
I was
Let's go,
waiting
dude.
for more people to get in the stream, but it doesn't look like anyone's joined yet. Oh, never mind. We got a couple.
That
Alright.
works.
We got some people.
We can go.
Let's go.
All right. So
All right. So just for transparency's purposes, Jeff knows the results, so me and CJ are probably going to be doing the guessing.
yeah.
So the
I'm the
first
person
one,
who knows them.
yeah. So the first one we got is user that left, which you don't want to return, and I think there's a clear favorite, although it's probably not my answer, but
I think
there's
my
probably
answer
a
is
clear
different
favorite.
as well.
Okay, what's your answer?
When I filled it out, I put agent.
Okay, so I think Agent will not have that many votes.
I don't think
put
people know
Liddy
him.
Kong.
That's part of the reason.
You put
That-
Liddy
that-
Kong? That's
I
awesome.
put Liddy Kong because he fucking.
That's
dude,
the
that
guy I
dude,
want to
like,
return
he
because I
was-
want to play him.
No, he was so cheesy and just such a little bitch, and he kind of like ruined it because it was like all he did was just bomb it over the top, and I don't know, it just wasn't fun, and I didn't like that guy at all. I think Wolf is the clear favorite though.
Really?
That's who I picked.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Wolf.
I didn't
dude,
have an issue with him.
CJ, what, dude? That motherfucker was like.
Oh, he was something else, dude.
You would have hated him so much. He
Well,
was like
he was retarded,
Safe
wasn't he?
Space McGee. What? No, he was like, oh my god, you guys hurt my feelings. You said like you said something that like hurt my feelings. Like I need my safe space. He was one of those. So you would have hated
CJ,
him.
listen, bro. CJ, listen, bro.
Yeah.
This is the only person I have ever muted on Discord. The only person. Like, he was that bad, dude. Like, it was annoying.
Oh my god, it was
I
like
remember
it was
when it was before last season when I was the Bengals. Or was it the Bengals or was it one of the teams I was? He joined and I remember he talked so much shit and I beat him by like 40 and then he never talked to me again. That's why I didn't have an issue with him.
I guess that's fair.
one of the funniest moments was when him and Jaden were in like that like battle and they like hated each other and Jaden kept putting up those like trash can emojis. Like that shit was hilarious, and it was like wolf, and then the trash can, wolf POV, and then the trash can shit, and
Dude,
we had
those
to
memes
like.
are so
That's funny.
Oh, they were so funny, and we had to like step in and stop it because Wolf was getting sensitive about it. So, I think Wolf is the clear favorite here, but I
Okay.
definitely voted for Liddy Kong.
Okay.
Yeah, I voted for Wolf. I had to go with my boy on that one, dude. Fuck that guy.
I just don't want to see the return of reverse front butt. I
guess
just
Yeah,
that's
don't want to see
fair.
that.
yeah, no, nobody wants to see that. Also, as an admin, like for just an admin vote, just to Bean, I know he's your friend, but I could have voted for him too.
Yeah, he did.
Just dealing with him like not responding, like, and then being like, "Hey, I'm available," like I just couldn't do it. But.
He actually did pretty good in VFL for a little while. I don't really know how he's doing anymore, but
Well, that's because he probably only had to play 2 games because no one fucking was active there.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We want to go to the next one?
Yep.
Yep.
Users who left
All
and
right.
which you would like for them to return.
You're gonna have to pick somebody that way that we can actually move on to the next section because it's all required.
Gotcha. All right, so you
So
said
let's pick-
Wolf because you said that you
Yeah,
think
why
that's
don't we
unanimous one.
Let's come to a consensus on which one we think is going to win,
Okay.
and we'll
Yeah, we'll do
pick
that.
them.
I think it was Wolf.
This one's really hard for me because I don't
I got
know, like
Missouri.
what
I picked Shane.
Missouri.
you picked Shane. I don't know. I don't think that many people liked him. Like he was kind of like the admin who did nothing. You
He
know,
was so
Like,
quiet, dude.
So
Yeah, and he
my
wasn't
reasoning
around.
is because when he was in Elite, he was active and he was like genuinely was a good guy. So like mine is a little bit biased with that pick, but like when it comes to HFFL, I'm not entirely sure how he was on the admin side. I didn't have him as an admin. But I know that you guys said that he there was a big thing where you guys had a blow up with him where he bitched and complained about something not going his way and he tried to make it go his way, and that's when you pretty much removed him.
I think it was like a rule break,
Actually,
wasn't it?
actually, what happened was he broke a rule.
Yeah.
It wasn't like
That's what
it
it
wasn't
was.
like that big of a. Yeah, it wasn't that big of a deal, like honestly, but he did break a rule, and we were punishing him, and then he just rage left. Like he got really mad. So we didn't boot him or anything. We were
He
just
just
going to
left.
suspend like
Okay.
one of his. Yeah, but he was at the end of his rope, and like he wasn't really active, and it was just one of those things where it was inevitable, and that was the thing that just put it over the top.
Do you think it was an age thing?
I
I'm
voted.
here.
Because he was older.
I voted. Wait, what?
Do you think it was possibly like an age thing, like because he was older?
Well, he's my age. I mean, you know, he was like my age. Like he was like what 36, 37, something like that. So he wasn't too old. I think some of the old heads might vote for Brids because he was super popular, but like the league now doesn't really know him. And same with Breadstick. I voted for Lee Raw. I love that guy. I
don't
was
even
sad when he
remember that
left.
as.
Yeah, he's the one who started the sports book.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm
I
for
really
Missouri on that one.
Yeah, I really liked him. But
Missouri is
yeah, I
Brids,
don't.
isn't it?
No,
Who's that?
he's just his own
Oh,
fucking
he's
guy.
another thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, just before we go on, I'm fine with putting Shane as the one that we think it is, but I would say
I feel like he was the most
I have
recent,
no
so that's
idea.
why people would know him more.
makes sense.
Yeah.
We didn't even talk about on the first one, Madsen. I think that
Oh,
was
Madsen was
that's a sleeper. That's a sleeper right there. You
Yeah.
know, like. I'm
Oh,
guessing he's going to get
Madsen,
some
man.
votes because he definitely pissed some people off.
Oh, he
I
definitely
don't know
pissed you
that-
guys off. in the
He
admin
wasn't
team.
he wasn't recent enough for like half these people, man. Like
Yeah.
from when I joined the league into now, like half of the people in here are not, are probably gonna be unfamiliar with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I think Wolf won. But well, all right. Anyway, we can move on.
Alright, so
What's third?
the
I was
big
gonna say on the
crybaby.
second one. I was gonna say on the second
Oh,
one real
man.
quick before we go. Shane is Shane leaving is the reason that I'm an admin. So I got
Yeah,
love for Shane. Got love for Shane.
So, do you really want him to come back?
Nope, I'm good.
All right, biggest crybaby. Yeah, this is. I'm glad Jeff is in here. I think that's pretty funny that
I,
you wanted
I think
to.
it's hilarious. I thought I was gonna run away with this one personally.
I
Like
don't.
this was my
No,
pick. I picked myself here.
Nah, my pick. I think I
no.
picked Brutus in this one.
Yep. Oh yeah, I think Brutus is the clear favorite. He's recent. Sorry, Brutus. I like you, but yeah, like when you lose, sometimes there's a
Oh,
lot of waterworks.
I get fucking bitchy as well, but I don't get bitchy necessarily, like sorry, like crying and stuff like that. I get pissed, is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Brutus is the clear favorite here. I think Zyvon will get some votes too, and Flems has actually been a lot, less crybaby
Flems is that
lately.
Flems when he took off that year or year and a half or something like that. Whatever he did, his little what the hell is the term? Fuck, I can't think of the
Hiatus.
term. Hiatus. Yes,
Hiatus.
He took his hiatus. That kind of like calmed him down a lot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because he could have competed here, but I think that Brutus is sorry, Brutus. I don't don't hate me, but you could be definitely. I think the favorite here.
Yeah.
Okay. This one, I love this. Dumbest, most incompetent user.
This
I
is
love
an easy
that.
one for me.
It's so, yeah, it's got to be Madman.
Yeah.
I think so too.
It's not
I
even
want to.
close.
I will say I fucking thought it was so funny when I saw the list of like the people who were suggested, and I saw Jesus on there. I was like, "What is going on here, dude?"
It's just 'cause
one
he's
of
a
the
Cowboys
smartest
fan.
people I know. I guess that's why. But dude, it was cracking me up when I was looking at that list and I saw Jesus on there.
Is there anyone else who's even close? Like that's my question. Like
I gotta look at the
agree
user
that
list. Hang
Madman's-
on. Let me pull this up real quick. I gotta see this so I can tell. Let me see.
I don't think so, man. Prime, maybe.
I just don't. Madman, even though he's gotten better, I'll give him that. It's just not even close. Like
Yeah,
I
he's still
can't think of
pretty rough.
anybody else. It was hard to. It was
There's
hard
no
to
one else.
like I'm gonna be real. I made all the categories, and I made this category thinking of Matman.
That's how you know.
Sorry. Okay, this one I love.
You're
this
biased
category.
in this one.
Oh my god, I'm so biased in this one. I love this category because there are more choices than people think. I think there are more valid opinions than people think.
I already know. I
You
can
know?
already tell you my answer. It's Matt Man again.
There's several
Really?
valid
Yes.
opinions here.
Every time
Really?
I have to play Matt Man, it never gets played. He avoids me every fucking time. It's always
Bro.
no. The last time that pissed me off the most because he was in a party with Zivon, and then all of a sudden he told Zivon, and Zivon put in our game chat, yeah, he'll be ready to play in 30 minutes. 3 hours later, he comes back and he's like, yeah, I fell asleep. I'm like, it's fucking 3 a.m. What are you doing?
All right, let me. Okay, who do you think I'm gonna pick?
Ryan,
You're gonna pick
You're gonna
Ryan.
pick Breezy.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
not even.
How many?
Yeah.
Like, I like the guy for sure. So this is not an indictment on him. But how many times have you been in a league and he's been in a league and you've been like tagging him to find out what's happening with this game?
I do it a
Couple
lot.
times at least.
You do it a lot. I wonder why.
I mean,
You're like,
I also have
I could
other
probably
ways to
play
communicate
tomorrow.
with him as well. So like I get him more on those ends and stuff like that. But like when it comes to but when it comes to like Discord and stuff like that, he's a lot less responsive than he used to be. And that also had to do with the fact he got burnt out of Madden like last year or something like that. And then like he's starting to get back into it more and more now. But also like his job has him going like out of town a lot of times too. So that also is an issue. And also, I'm supposed to play him in 2 fucking leagues in Elite and VFL. And he's not going to be back till Monday because he's going to the Chiefs game in Lambeau, which is pretty cool for him.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that so that would be my vote, but I actually think that Thor has his moments too.
Thor definitely does.
Yeah, he has his moments where it's like, oh yeah, we can play later tonight, and then you like tag him, and you can see like the green, and he's on, and like there's no response.
No.
And it's like,
No, it's
God
not
damn it,
necessarily
Thor.
he's online. His Discord is open, but he's playing League of Legends.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
here's my thing with this one. for me, it's one guy and it's one guy only, and it's not any of the guys that you guys listed. It's the
Okay.
guy that's on some Egyptian time. Fucking, you can only play at 6 in the goddamn morning.
Isn't that Aquac guy?
AKW,
He's on
dude,
there.
dude. Yeah, I know. That's the one that you guys didn't list. That was what I'm saying. That guy is impossible to get a game in with, and I can't fucking do it. Can't fucking
But
do
is
it.
that like bad scheduling, or is it just like he doesn't have availability?
I mean, it's the
Hold on one
availability
It's the
aspect
same-
is what it is.
I mean, it's still the same fucking thing in my opinion,
Is
dude.
it?
I can never get a game in with that dude.
So-
Like, I just can't.
I've dealt
Just
with
can't.
people from Europe in my leagues in Elite before, and like the way that what I tell them constantly is this is an American ran league. We run on Eastern Standard Time, so like majority of the player base is going to be an hour to 2 hours, like around Eastern Standard Time. And the majority of people I know that are in Europe that I have had in my leagues run like they work on American schedule. So like they'll be awake around like 3 or 4 a.m. constantly, like. Cam, you know Batistuta. He's big into football now, thanks to Madden and thanks to fantasy football. But he's not that great at it. So like when he gets involved into it, he's not the best at the game, but he's always gonna play if he's available. Like if you can work out a time with him. So like he does work with that. It's for I remember I think I had to play against him and like he was like saying like it was like during the week, so like for me I work 8 to 5:30 weekly, so like I have limited availability throughout the week, so like I think that came into an effect when I had to play him as well.
Yeah, I haven't. Well, I mean, like, I think the Pacific Standard Time that I'm on kind of helps with him because, like,
It does.
for some reason our things match up better than people on the East Coast. But yeah, I see your point. I don't think that they're anywhere near the other choices. Who do we want to pick here?
I mean, it doesn't matter. We can just hit other, honestly.
Don't
We
you
can
have to
pick
type something
Matt,
out for
man.
that though?
I don't think so. You could just put other and then put some bullshit. Just put like a fuck or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Fuck. That sounds
Just do
good.
that. All right. Cheesiest user.
This is a tough one, in my opinion.
Zivon, Purely TD, K-Man, Aaron, and Rye McBreezy.
It would have been purely. Like, it would have easily been
In
purely.
his heyday.
In his heyday. But, like, he has changed, and I don't think he's nearly as cheesy as he used to be. So I did not pick him.
I just don't think his cheese doesn't work anymore. I think that's kind of really all it is.
Well, yeah, he used to use crossers.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Honestly,
I
I think this is kind of a toss-up. I went with Breezy.
Really?
I mean, a lot of people hate the way Breezy plays because he utilizes motion where he motions guys out to figure out like what zone you're in or like what coverage, like what your defense is. Like he thinks like an NFL coordinator. I wouldn't necessarily call it cheesy. I would call it like smart and intellectual. But like I can understand why people say that as well because the game is not perfect and it does manipulate zone coverage a lot. So I can understand why it's considered cheesy.
And I just know that if you were to motion a guy, if they're in like zone coverage, sometimes like it'll break your zone, and then there's just nobody in that fucking zone anymore, which is a real thing.
It does happen a lot.
In Madden, it's extremely frustrating because you can sit there and stare at your fucking zone just being fucked up, and you can't fix it.
Yep.
Like it's.
So if you play K-Man, he's cheesy, but it's not effective. So I don't think that like. It's just hard to say somebody's the cheesiest user when it doesn't work. You know what I mean? Like, but he does run the same shit constantly over and over and over again, same bullshit, but it doesn't work. So, I don't know. So this one, I don't think Breezy's that very cheesy, to be honest with you. I think that, I mean, Aaron can be pretty cheesy.
He plays a different game style than others. That's why people don't like it. It's his play style.
Yeah, I think.
That makes him considered cheesy, but it's just him like knowing the game and knowing the sport.
This one's really hard for me. I don't think we have a really.
I don't think there's a clear winner.
Cheese user. There's not a clear winner, honestly. So pick whoever, but I don't know.
All right.
Yeah.
The bad boy of the league.
This one's easy. It's Savon.
K-Man, Zivon, Aquak, Dennis, or Ryan McBreezy. I'm surprised I wasn't on here. I feel like I get
Yeah,
penalized
but I mean,
a lot.
Yeah, but at least you're like, yeah, I did
Yeah,
that.
I acknowledge that I fucked up though. That's part of the issue. That's part of the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. Zavon, when he broke that rule against, I think it was Brutus or some shit
Oh, and
like
he
that,
just said,
bro.
"Yeah, fuck you."
He
I'm gonna
literally
keep
was
doing
like,
it.
yeah, he was literally like, you just stop it. And like, and it was insane.
Yeah, all
So
right.
that's my only thought there.
The Zybon, the fact that like one of his rule breaks led to like a specific type of punishment, and we were sitting there and we were
Yeah.
just like, all right, we're just gonna like rain fire and brimstone on him. I think that that's like the grandfather punishment, and I think he has to win.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
fair.
mean, it's a pretty insane way to get a punishment, and for that reason only, I feel like he wins this one.
All right.
Yeah.
Now the "Who the fuck is this guy" award. That's probably the most
Yeah.
the user that no one knows necessarily kind of thing. I think that's gonna be easily gonna be Country Swag because he recently joined.
Yep. Country Swag was the guy who he was in Elite, and I played against him and beat him, and he accused me of mudding him, and then I was messaging him and I was like, I loved mudding you. I loved mudding you, and then he quit. That's like the only thing I knew about him, and then all of a sudden he's joining our league, which I thought was pretty funny.
Was that Country Swag or was that Lester?
No, that was Country Swag.
Okay.
Country Swag did it in VFL all the fucking time, dude. I beat him once, and he was like, you're doing read options to get a faster handoff animation. I was like, what?
That's a thing? I didn't even know that.
No, it's not.
Okay, so,
I know
so,
I'm
like,
being a smart ass.
I was up by 14, and there was like 2 minutes to go, and he was still throwing the ball, and he threw a pick six, and I ran it back for a touchdown. He's like, you didn't need to do that. I'm like, okay.
Close game, dude.
What do you want? What
If
do
it's
you
a
want me
close
to
game,
say?
you're allowed to score. If it's not, then just
But it's
go
also
down
on
or out of bounds.
defense. It was also on defense.
Yeah.
Like on defense, you could score anytime. Like, and if you're gonna
good
if you want
to
to wheel the ball out, I'm totally cool. Yeah, but
Every time
think,
I get a pick
think
there, I just go down. I don't even try to risk
Yeah.
it.
Shit, that's how I won 86-3, bro. I just scored defensively 400 fucking times.
I remember that. We had to review it pretty thoroughly.
I still got sanctioned out of the ass for that. I didn't fucking do anything wrong.
We
Right.
just didn't like you at the time.
I guess so.
Moving on to the biggest gambler, aka the degenerate. I feel like this is gonna
This
end up
one's
being
easy.
me, just because I won that $1,200 one. It's either me or Thor.
It's definitely gonna be Thor. Like,
I think it's gonna be Thor.
That guy is gambling every single fucking day.
Yeah, he does bigger
Yeah.
bets than me too, so that's part of the reason why I think it'd be more him.
He's also.
I will say.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
He's also been like posting his picks,
Yeah, I do
for
the
a
same
long
thing.
time. But he's been doing it for longer, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
he's been in the league longer. And he used to do it back with Pablo like all the time. They used to post their picks, and then people would tail him because he's actually pretty good. So
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
he
he
does
is
it a lot.
good.
yeah, I think it's gonna be Thor.
I will say on that one, nobody's gonna really know this, but because he doesn't do it in the chat, but this dude Jesus, man, he's fucking gambling every goddamn day. It is insane. This dude we have a group chat where all of our like friends like in real life will sit here and we'll like sit and like talk about who we think's gonna hit, and I mean we'll talk about it for hours, and then we'll all tail the same like 6 or 10 leg, and then I mean we do it every single day. So in my opinion, he should be in the running, but nobody knows that, so I'm not gonna blame anybody for it.
That's fair.
Yeah, he can't be in the running if he doesn't tell us.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to the next one. The most likely to decimate their controller and /or rage quit. This is guaranteed me.
You see, the funny thing about that is that I'm currently holding a controller that's in 2 pieces because of this fucking game. So that's the only funny thing about this.
I have.
What?
There's clips of me throwing my headset, throwing my chair, throwing my remote, throwing my phone. Like, they're out there.
Yeah, dude, I fucking Gronk spiked my controller into the ground at a hotel room in Los Angeles, California when I was playing Aaron in this fucking league. So it's definitely Definitely.
But the whole funny thing about this is that K-Man was the next one to actually rage quit. After we put this out,
I
he
don't think I've
rage
ever
quit
done
and
that.
then got kicked out of the league.
I don't think I've ever rage
Yeah.
quit.
I've done it.
Yeah. The controller thing is definitely you, and I think that CJ is the clear favorite here.
Yeah, he's definitely the favorite. For sure.
Excellent. All right. Now to the last
This
one on
one's
this
this
page.
one's so easy to me, but for some reason, everybody when they were talking about it in the main chat, everybody had a different opinion. I'm actually curious to see what
Really?
you guys think about this one. Yeah.
So I believe I picked Zivon.
Yeah, see, I would have never thought that.
Never. No way.
But I mean, like, it makes sense, but that would have never been my first
Well,
pick.
because anytime like there's a rule break or something like that, he always has to bring up the fact that he was suspended this amount of times. Like he constantly looks at the rules and stuff like that. Like because he wants to be safe. Like that's my thought process behind it.
And yeah,
No,
I get
dude.
that.
Dude, like, I mean, just being in this league for a long time, it's got to be Flems. Like, every time we make a decision, he's like,
Oh yeah,
you know,
you've told
you
me
should do
about this. You've told me about
You should
this.
second it. Like, it's just like every single time he's like, you shouldn't be doing that. You should make it fun. You should do this. Like, he is like I'm an admin, but I'm not an admin. Like, in my opinion, I mean, Brutus does it sometimes too, and Sivon does it too, to a little bit of an extent. But I think that in reality, it's got to be Flems, and I think that if he doesn't win, it's because people in the league who are voting on this haven't been here for a long time.
So
I think I love your opinions here, but I still don't agree with these. I think that this is a runaway for fucking Mr. Stitch himself, dude. That man is constantly fucking asking for a goddamn advance. He's got an opinion on fucking everything, dude. I think it's him.
you don't
That's who I picked.
No, they're not constantly asking for advance. You don't want to deal with that. Trust me. Kim knows what I'm talking about.
He's something fucking else, dude.
My fucking morons constantly tag me saying advance this shit. Biwo's gotten into it now too with the fucking Vance McDonald gifts that he posts constantly.
Well, let's be real. That's because it takes Elite forever to fucking advance.
It's a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule, and I try my best to let everyone play their games. I don't like to rush things because I want everyone to have an opportunity
HFFL
to
is
play.
like we are like the advanced Nazis.
Yeah.
It's like if you're not ready, we're fucking advancing. So
Yep.
people get their games in. I mean, it's a different way, but yeah, I don't feel bad for you getting harassed.
No, I deserve it sometimes. I will say. Sometimes I will literally just be sitting there like, I really want to do this, but I shouldn't because I know that someone's gonna bitch about it later. Like, Breezy actually the other day was upset with me because he was supposed to get a force win against Thor in a game, according to him. But like when I looked at the game channel, it was actually like there was communication, but there was no time set up or anything like that. So I just fair simmed and he was upset about it. But I explained to him the whole situation. Like my admins even get upset with me. But like I'm sure you guys deal with the same kind of shit.
I mean,
Sometimes.
as an admin, being an admin, there's always the annoying stuff. I actually think the user base we have now is like way less maintenance than it used to be. I think that, I mean, and I liked Pablo, but man, he was high maintenance and just a lot of complaining about every little thing. And like, I just feel like it's just more chill now. It's kind of nice, but yeah. All right. Well, who are we picking?
We got a lot of disagreement here. I guess we got to go with the other.
Yeah.
Other. Okay.
All three of us disagreed. All right, moving on to the next page. The best overall user.
Yes,
right.
this one's tough. This one's tough.
It's tough.
I feel like it's different every fucking season.
I think the favorites are probably going to be Doomed and Flems.
If it's regular season, I should win hands down. I can't win in playoffs.
I'm just saying, like, I think with this question, the winner, the person who's gonna win, I think is Doomed. I think Doomed is gonna win,
Yeah.
but I think it's gonna be close, and I think that Doomed and Flems are gonna be the close ones, in my opinion.
I think I
And
put
I'm sorry,
Flems.
CJ. It's because you don't win the big one.
I
And
know,
that's
and it
why.
fucking drives me insane. I mean, I put myself in my own predicaments because in the draft I pick players I want to use, not necessarily good players like fucking Max Duggan.
Yeah, me too, buddy. Justin fucking Fields.
Well, to be fair, he's
Yeah.
supposed to be good, but he's just an Ohio State quarterback, so he sucks ass. Go Blue.
I guess that's fair. All right, bro. Fuck you.
We all
All
we
right.
all agree on Doom.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Doom.
I picked Flems, but we'll go with Doom since you guys are saying 2-1. All right, your yearly dark horse between Cam, Brutus, Jeff, and Dennis.
Yeah.
Considering what we know now, I feel like Brutus is definitely a solid pick here. But
picked
before this going into it, it was either Cam or me, in my opinion.
I picked Cam.
Dennis is already a fucking contender. I don't know why this dude's a fucking on the dark horse, but then again,
I just think it's me because like I get into the playoffs and I'm a different player.
That's exactly what it is. Because I've played you in the regular season, I've also played you in the playoffs, and there's a severe difference. Like it's actually incredible. Because like when like not in this version of HFFL, but last season or the last year when you were like I played you in the regular season, and then I watched you in the Super Bowl. You were completely different the way you played.
Yeah.
You were a lot more composed. You were a lot like you actually like took your time and looked for like other options than just throwing to your first read or whatever you thought was going to be open that same play.
You know, a lot of times in the regular season, I'm trying to like dev people, and I'm really bad at that, especially on offense.
I've
And
given
then
up on
the-
that. I just win. I just tried my best to win the game and get out of there.
Right,
That's
and
fair.
I need to do that too. But like when I get into the playoffs, I'm literally just focused on like not turning the ball over, and it works. So I think I'm going to get the most votes. But you know, I could definitely see Brutus getting it, just because of his runs that he's had lately.
I was just happy to be on this list, honestly.
Yeah.
All right. So who's the free win in every time you play them? It's Prime, Dua, Jesus, MTT, the Sanction Father, aka Vicious, or Akwalk if he even plays a game.
I mean,
Okay,
it's
the
probably
real-
Vic.
No, the real answer is all of them. But
I know who I
I
picked.
think it's either Vic or Dua.
I put
and
Dua.
yeah, it's one of those two.
It's hard not to run up the score against him by accident. I'm sorry. It really is.
I was in a division with him. What was it? I think it was like two. Yeah. I was in a division with him when I was the Dolphins, which I think was last year. No, last year I was the Niners.
That was
the year before.
21 or 22.
Right. I was in a division with him. He didn't beat me once. Like, we were in the same division. He did not beat me one time. We played about like 12 times. Did not beat me once. Gotta go with
I will say
Flems.
Dan did smack my shit a couple times last year, but he was never a contender, so there's that.
Flems in my chat was talking about the best overall user. He said he put Doomed in a headlock this season.
Crazy. Crazy
Okay.
statement.
Yeah. All right.
The biggest Madden rivalry.
We get some
So the
love for
Cam
Jeff and
versus-
Jesus on this one.
Jeff and Jesus is a great shout because they both play in the same fucking house.
Yeah, dude.
The Cam versus CJ one, the only reason that's even on there is because of the time you blew up at me, like,
Oh,
not
where you
that
ran
long ago and a half.
stretch the entire
When I
fucking
kept
game.
running stretch.
You know what's hilarious
Yeah,
too?
exactly.
Brutus did it against me. I lost my shit again.
Yeah. That's the only reason. I mean,
That's my
I wouldn't
kryptonite in this game.
consider
Just
us
run stretch because I can't fucking stop it for whatever goddamn reason.
Write that down. Write that down. Write that down.
Yeah, no, write it down. It definitely worked. I wouldn't really consider us a rivalry.
No, we're
I
definitely
honestly
not.
would go with. Yeah, I'd go with Flems versus Doom.
Yeah, that's the most competitive one
like
right
the-
now.
They're competitive, and the massive amount of shit they talk back and forth. I think that's got to be.
All right. So, the best Super Bowl of last year's, Cam versus Doomed, where Cam won with his 49ers against Doomed Steelers.
It's that one.
Zivon
I mean,
versus
that's
Aaron. I'm pretty sure Zivon blew out. Or no, what was that final? I don't remember. Was that the blowout?
Zybon won. He won. Zybon won by like 10.
BWO v. Doomed.
It was close. It was close most of the game.
BWO versus Doomed was the blowout where BWO ran it up on him with the Rams. I remember that one.
Yeah.
Dennis versus Rye was a... Didn't that come down to like a last-second touchdown?
I don't even remember.
And then Doomed v. BWO. Doomed got his revenge in that one. I think that was a close game. But I think the one that wins is Cam versus Doomed because no one expected Cam to win that.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely not.
Yeah, that was like the pinnacle of my Madden career. I love that.
That was a fucking heater, dude. That entire game was insane. That was me, CJ, and I think it was Jesus were the ones commentating that one.
Chaos in the fucking booth. There was way too much going on.
That was when Tua got his first Super Bowl, and everyone rejoiced.
Okay.
All of Hawaii celebrated. They had a luau for it.
Yep.
All right. The best shit talker.
My favorite award. Jeff,
Jesus, Cam, or Zivon. To me, this doesn't say best shit talker. This is best instigator. You guys are all fucking instigators.
Oh, and we're class acts at it too.
Seriously.
Seriously.
This should have been changed to best instigator because you guys don't shit talk. You instigate. You start shit and then let the others run away with it.
I don't know, man. Sometimes I'd be shit talking.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things to do in life and in Madden is like push people to like their psychological edge and then back up and be like, "Why are you so mad?" Like, I love doing that. So like it's so fun.
Jesus is probably the best instigator I know, dude. That man will. He literally will hop into a fucking argument and like he'll see that there's an argument and he'll just egg it on, dude. He does it every fucking time.
Yeah, I think Jesus is a good pick.
Which is hilarious because he's supposed to be modifying Jesus Christ and he's the best shit talker. Whatever.
I will say I voted for myself on that one though because it's my favorite award and I won it.
Yeah, you had to.
All right, so the biggest yearly disappointment. This can't be Zivon because he made the Super Bowl this year. This is
an easy pick for me. This is an easy pick for me.
This has to be me.
This is CJ all the way for me.
CJ all day. I'm sorry, but
yep. No, that's understandable. I fucking voted for myself.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, the biggest dick rider. This
is also an easy one for me.
Cam as Tua, Jeff as Justin Herbert? Really? You and Justin
Herbert? I'm not. I don't fucking know, dude. That's just what Cam made me write down, bro.
Suave spelled it incorrectly for Patrick Mahomes because he's a Chiefs fan.
No, my bad.
Zivon for Kyler Murray because that is his alt. Jesus, just Dallas sports in general. Well, I don't necessarily think it's Dallas sports in general, but I mean, at least it's mainly Cowboys.
It is. No, it definitely is. He's a Texas Rangers dick rider. He's a fucking Dallas Stars dick rider. He's a Dallas Mavericks dick rider. I mean, it's Dallas sports. It's all that. It's all of them.
Between me, it's between Zivon and fucking Jesus. There's no vote here besides those two. You could go either way.
No. Yeah, no.
I'd go Jesus.
I think I went with Zivon, but I could definitely go with Jesus as well. The only reason I think I went with Zivon is because there was like a conversation where two people were talking about like fucking like some political conversation, and then Zivon managed to fit Kyler Murray into that conversation some fucking how, and we were just sitting here like, how does he do that? How does he fucking do that?
I think Zivon's gonna win that one, and then the league troll. Cam,
that's easy.
Jeff, or Zivon. This has to be Zivon.
Zivon. Yeah, there's no question. I couldn't even think of anybody else that was made specifically for him.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah.
I think that we were definitely two solid backup picks right there, Cam, but I mean, you know.
Yeah, you guys were.
Yeah.
All right, so the best / most helpful awards. Admin.
These are fun. These are fun.
I didn't get to vote I didn't get to vote on these.
Yeah, I didn't either.
So, personally, I picked Verm just because I know what he does behind the scenes. Because, like, Bruins does your guys' Neon. For me, he does mine, where he can, like, he also does, like, he helps me out with a lot of shit as well. I'm not entirely sure what he does with you guys, but from personal experience, I picked Verm. I'm not entirely sure how it works for you guys in your admin chat. I don't know how active he is in there, but I picked Verm. And then, like, when it comes to, like, messaging the other admins that I know that are active, I always message BWO, Cam, and Thor. Those are like the ones that I mainly message like when I have to ask for something.
Yeah, it's never me. So
Yeah, I just don't see I don't see that many people picking Verm because they have to interact with him, and he's been like gone on like business trips and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't see that. I don't think he's got a shot to win.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, like I don't know. This one's a toss up. I
This
really
is
don't
a
know.
personal question.
yeah, it really is. I mean, amongst like the new guys, like like the Stitch and Snoop and all those guys, I definitely get a lot of messages from those kids. But the younger audience definitely texts me a lot. But I mean, other than that, it's just personal preference on this one.
I feel like it's gonna be Cam that they're gonna vote most for because of the fact that he's the one who announces all the advances. He announces everything like that, so he's like the face, kind of like of it.
Okay,
yeah, I
think that's fair.
I think it's either going to be Cam or Bruins on this one because those two are definitely the face of the admins for sure.
The most useless admin. I feel like this is an easy one. He says it about himself constantly. I think this is going to be Jeff just because he self-deprecates himself into this award.
That's fair.
You think it's going to be Jeff?
I think they're going to vote Jeff.
I don't know, man. I think they're going to vote Verm because I don't think anybody has seen Verm do anything. Right, like he does a lot behind the scenes, but do you have to think about who's voting on this?
Yeah,
stuff, right?
That's fair. They don't know about
like
all that.
Nobody sees the stuff that he does behind. He actually does do a shit ton behind the scenes, especially like whenever we sanction someone for like duplicate abilities or like that kind of stuff. That's all him. Like
he finds
nobody
that
knows
shit.
that.
For me, though,
nobody knows that.
He'll literally dive into the Neon. He'll create spreadsheets out of everything, and then compare it to like he does everything for that. Like that's why I think that's why I would pick him as the most useful. But like most useless, I guess, because the public doesn't know what he does. Unfortunately, it probably is going to be him.
Yeah, I think so as well.
The people's admin.
This one's between two people and two people only.
I think this is between.
In my opinion,
I think this is between
Thor and who?
Jeff and Cam.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think too.
Really? You guys are the most active.
Yeah, it's totally between
Discord.
us, dude.
You guys are the most active, especially
what
Jeff.
About Thor?
No, I'm just saying because like
yes. But Cam, you and I are like the most likable, bro. Let's be real.
I think Thor's pretty likable.
I love Thor. Don't get me wrong, I do. But everybody fucking brings us into their dumbass conversations all the fucking time.
That's true. I do get tagged a lot.
It's one of us, man.
I'm putting Jeff.
C-Thor is like the reason behind like everybody's madness, and then you and I are the madness. Like everybody fucking.
All right. So who's the hall monitor, the Nazi, or the sanction seeker?
This one's also easy, in my opinion.
Yeah, me too. I think it's easy.
I think it's Biwo.
Really?
No.
Really?
Bruins.
Oh, I mean, I don't necessarily see everything that goes on behind your guys' closed doors, but like I'd imagine, he's probably hammering the table and stuff like that for that.
I also don't think it's Bruins either.
No? Who?
Dude, I think it's fucking me, dude. The last like 20 sanctions have been because of fucking me.
No. Come on. Like, look, Bruins is in the military. He's like literally like they broke the rule. There's no sympathy. You're punished. Like,
yeah, but he's not looking for it though. You know what I mean? Like that was my thought when I was thinking about this vote. Yeah. I mean, shit. When fucking Sanction Daddy made a post about like it was like my third fucking sanction in a week, and he was like, "The hall monitor back at it again," you know. So that was my only thought with this one. I was like, it's got to be fucking me on that one, but I don't know. I mean, I guess it could be Bruins.
I think they're gonna vote for Bruins just because he has no sympathy. He doesn't care about your feelings. I think that's why. But
I guess that's fair.
I don't necessarily know if they're gonna vote for him because he's not necessarily always like showing that he's the one doing it in the Discord.
Oh, I always take the credit for that shit.
That's what I'm saying. I think they're gonna vote Jeff.
Okay, I get it. I do think that there's a lot of people who've been around for a while, and I think that's only because Bruins is like, he's deployed right now, so he's not as active as he was. But like when he's active, he's like, he's pretty Nazi-ish in the nicest way possible.
Right.
All right, so let's go back to the start because I believe that was us finishing it there, and we're going to summarize, see if we want to change anything. So the users that left in which you do not wish to return, we said that everyone would most likely say Wolf, and I believe that's going to stay the same. The users who left in which you would like for them to return, I believe we were split on this, and then I think Shane was the one that we decided on.
I'm pretty sure that's what everybody's going to go with. I mean, it makes the most sense.
He was the most recent.
I don't. Whatever.
The biggest crybaby. Everyone says. I believe everyone's going to say Brutus. I don't think there's an argument there.
Yep.
The dumbest, most incompetent user, Mattman. That's pretty much that category was made for him. The worst scheduler, we could not decide, so we put other. For like the public or like the rest of the league, I don't know who they're going to pick.
I don't think they're going to pick Rye because a lot of people don't know him.
Yeah.
I don't think they know him very well because he didn't even start the year in HFFL this year. And then we do have a lot of new users. So I think Mattman, I don't see it being people saying Aquak just because
they don't know him either.
I think that he's like a scheduling issue for certain people, but he actually does respond. I think Mattman is probably going to be the answer.
He responds at like 6 a.m, but
so
I don't know.
The cheesiest user we couldn't decide, so we put other.
Yeah,
that's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
Yeah,
it depends on what you consider cheese, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
and K-Man's not even in the league anymore.
Yeah, the bad boy, aka the rule breaker, which we unanimously.
I think that's going to be
said Zivon.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah.
The Huda Fook is this guy, which is the guy that no one knows. Zakaboom, Country Swag, K-Man, who's no longer in the league, and Snowman, who's been backpacking and like fucking living in an RV like throughout this entire year.
Yeah, it's just
what?
He lives in an RV right now.
What the fuck?
But a lot of people do know Snowman from other leagues.
I love Snow. He's awesome.
Yeah, I do too. Oh, Snow's great, but Country Swag is like a total rando to most people.
Yeah. All right. So the biggest gambler...
Zakaboom is actually Doom's cousin.
Yes.
Fun fact.
Yeah. Oh. When it was the last year, it was me, Dennis, Zakaboom, and Doomed in the same division in the AFC North. They all lived together.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
They live together at UMass. They know each other personally. Like, it's funny how that happens.
They're all massholes.
Yeah, they're all massholes.
It's like there's like a bunch of them, like Stitch, Snoop, Doomed,
Stitch is from there too.
They're all like in that little friend group. Right
of
there.
All the schools they could be from, UMass.
Yep.
UMass.
There's only one OU student here. Fucking lucky son of a bitches. You don't have to deal with OU fucking... Anyways.
The biggest gambler, we said Thor. I feel like it's going to be between me and Thor, personally. But I think Thor's probably going to end up winning it just because he posts more often. Most likely Decimate the Controller and /short Rage Quit. Myself. Although, I did see a sneaky submission in the chat from Dennis. He posted, if you want to look in the main chat, he posted a picture of Stitch's controller. That controller is fucked.
Yep, that was courtesy of Matthew, the MTTV 3W guy.
Yep.
I remember that.
And then the Act Like an Admin But You Do Not Want This Job award, which essentially is the guy who... basically a teacher's pet kind of thing.
The guy who tells us how to do our job.
Yeah. Which is why Cam thinks that Flems should win it, but he doesn't. But we necessarily don't know who's going to be voted for.
Flems has been way better. I'm just saying, historically, if there's people who've been here for a long time, it's definitely been Flems.
Okay.
But he doesn't honestly... And he has some good ideas sometimes, but it's just not... I think he's more constant about it. But whatever.
And then the best overall user, we all said Doomed, just for his track record with the most recent Super Bowls. Although Flems is very good, he's probably it's 1A and 1B between those two.
Yeah,
I think Zivon's a sneaky pick here as well.
Yeah, when he has a good team, he's good. There's no
Zavon
denying
Flem's
it.
goes
had
crazy
not-
sometimes.
If Flems had not lost to me and it was Doomed and Flems in the first Super Bowl this year, it would have been the winner of that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
And the biggest yearly dark horse, Cam, when he makes the playoffs, is a different animal. We all agreed on that. The free win, unfortunately, I'm pretty sure we didn't. Did we unanimously say Dua? I think he was just kind of like put together in that.
I think it's really just could be any of them.
It can be.
I
Could have
thought-
put. You could have put a last option saying any of these guys.
Yeah, any of these guys would have been funny.
The biggest Matter rivalry, we picked Flems and Dude just because of the competitiveness and the shit talk.
Let's get a shout for Jeff V. Jesus.
The best Super Bowl of 2023, we picked Cam beating Doomed in the first Super Bowl of HFFL.
I don't think that's the correct answer, really. That was a fun one.
That was that, dude. You know what's funny about that is that I like recorded that stream and I still have it on my laptop. Because your guys' commentary is so funny.
Oh, I believe it.
And the only person, and by the way, the only person who believed in me was CJ.
Yeah, no, we all shit on Cam.
Everyone, no one believed in me, but CJ was like, I don't know, Cam's a different animal, and like, I think he's got a shot. Like, da-da-da-da. And I'm like,
I said, I remember saying, if Cam can keep the ball out of Doom's hands, he has a very good shot at winning this, because Cam can play solid defense.
Yep.
Sure shit.
Yep. Believing in me.
It's almost like I took notes on all of you for a long time.
The crazy thing about that is that literally that game was probably Doom's to win until Cam just fucking hucked that deep ball up to fucking Tua, or with Tua,
Mark
like
Andrews.
early on.
To Mark
Yeah,
Andrews.
Mark Andrews.
The one where he swatted it and it went into Mark Andrews' hand and he ran all the way down the field. Yeah.
Yes.
So the best.
You all shit on my offense like the whole pregame, just like he has the worst offense in the world and all that shit. And Tua ended up having like 4 touchdown passes and like just like throwing it all over the place. It was different than every other game.
Nobody expected it at all. That was a wild one.
So the best shit talker, aka best instigator, I do believe that should have been changed to that name, but we awarded that to Jesus. This is not finalized, by the way. This is just our predictions.
Hold on. Whoa, we didn't award shit.
I said the wrong thing. My bad. The biggest yearly disappointment, myself, because I am a choke artist when it comes to winning in crucial games in the playoffs. The biggest dick rider, Zivon with Kyler Murray, because they are the same person. The league troll, Zivon as well, because he is a retard. And the admin awards that we voted on, Cam is the most helpful admin because he's more so the face of the league and everyone sees it more often. The most useless admin, Verm, unfortunately, only because people don't understand what he does behind the scenes and he's not really active in the Discord. The people's admin, Jeff, because Jeff likes to insert himself into every conversation.
All right.
The Hall Monitor, aka Sanction Seeker, aka Judge, Jury, and Executioner, Jeff, because he's the one who.
I'm still voting for Bruins.
I don't know. It really could be a toss-up. Don't submit it. That way that I can send you the fucking documents and you'll have all the final awards.
Thor, that's a good one.
No. Yeah,
Thor
submit it and then we'll
Don't submit it.
Hit submit or wait, don't submit it or submit
Don't submit it. Don't submit it.
because then it would mess
Don't
up the
submit
vote. So it's fine. We're just gonna leave it at this.
All right, all right. So Jeff, send us the final results, and we'll come back tomorrow 5 Eastern, and we'll do the award ceremony.
Sounds good.
Yep.
All right, y'all.
I will have
Fun
graphics
times.
made and everything for that as well. Also, before we leave, I just want to point out something Thor said in my chat. He said, we need to call CJ Gag Reflex from now on because of how much he chokes.
Oh, I think you're winning that award, CJ.
Oh, I'm certain. There's no I acknowledge it and I complain the most about it, and I don't know what to fucking do to make things different. I feel like every game I go into in the playoffs, I have an expectation to win, and I always find a way to fuck it up.
Yeah, well.
And in the last game against Brutus, I could not stop the run.
That season where we had where I made the Super Bowl and won it against Doomed. It
Oh
was
my
me against
god.
Flems and you against Brutus in like the in the divisional round, and I was confident it was going to be you versus Flems in the championship game, and I had no idea how like that happened, but then it just keeps happening, man.
So the first season of this time around, he won off of a Christian Watson catch in double coverage where he broke 2 tackles and ran into the end zone to take a last second lead. I think I threw my headset when that happened. And then I think I dove into my bed on stream.
You just crawl into bed and die there, and we'll
No,
see you in a
I'm
couple
pretty
days.
sure I looked directly at my camera and just went, "What the fuck?" And then I threw my headset and then dove into my bed and just screamed.
Yep,
That sounds about right.
Yeah. All right. So tomorrow we'll announce the results. Good talking to you guys. I'm curious to know who actually won. I want to see the results. So send them to me.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Just post the results in the Discord chat.
Hey, when you end stream, I'll just go down the list real quick.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Just tell me when you end stream.